Celebrities frequently go above and beyond in terms of luxury and style, and their vehicles are no different. Hollywood's elite and sports stars don't skimp on their cars, from svelte supercars to lavish custom rides. Among them, NFL player Lamar Jackson has drawn notice for his gorgeous Rolls-Royce Ghost, an accurate representation of style and achievement. However, superstars like Paul McCartney, Steven Tyler, and even Rowan Atkinson have garnered media attention for their impressive car collections. Lamar is not the only one who displays stunning automobiles. Are you wondering what's so special about these rides? Keep checking back as we explore the world of high-end automobiles owned by well-known people, unveiling the most lavish details about these amazing cars. Aaron Rodgers, Chevrolet Camaro convertible, $30,000. One of the NFL's biggest stars is American football quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Since 2005, he has been a member of the Green Bay Packers, winning 4 NFL MVP honors and guiding his team to a 2011 Super Bowl victory. Rodgers received a Chevrolet Camaro convertible for free after winning the 2011 Super Bowl MVP title, despite having the financial means to purchase whatever car he wanted. Rodgers was happy to promote the stylish Chevy, which now sells for about $30,000. Shaquille O'Neal, Vader Roadster, $40,000. Unquestionably, Shaquille O'Neal, one of the greatest basketball players ever, has never shied away from showing off his fortune by buying ostentatious supercars. O'Neal frequently modifies his wheels to fit his 7'1" stature, and this time was no exception. One of his most stunning acquisitions was the Vader Roadster, which was the same model as the unique car the Joker drove in Suicide Squad. Because the Vader was custom-built, there was more excellent room for seats. The whip was listed for sale on eBay in 2021, but it was stated that he had it fitted for roughly $40,000 in 2017. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 1948 Packard Super 8 convertible, $66,000. Basketball players can afford lavish displays of luxury because the sport has long been known to provide the most significant salaries in the world. NBA superstar Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is undoubtedly one of the best basketball players ever. However, when he proudly displayed his elegant vintage 1948 Packard convertible on Twitter in 2014, the former Lakers players took note. At a Barrett-Jackson auction in Scottsdale, Arizona, he paid $66,000 for the vehicle. After retiring, Abdul-Jabbar underwent some changes after avoiding the media for most of his playing career. Sharon Stone, Bentley Continental GTC, $200,000. The Total Recall actress hasn't done too poorly in the automotive industry, but her acting career is more well-known than her passion for automobiles. She has a covert passion for automobiles and formerly owned up to 8 pricey cars. The Bentley Continental GTC, one of her more expensive whips, was reportedly valued at about $200,000, according to numerous sources. In 2012, Stone was seen driving a high-end vehicle, and it was said that the GTC model of that year could reach 60 miles per hour in less than 5 seconds. Rowan Atkinson, McLaren F1, $12.2 million. Although Rowan Atkinson is best known for playing the amusing character Mr. Bean, the BAFTA Award winner is all about business regarding wheels. He is among those unsatisfied with simply keeping their supercars in the garage. He may have crashed his McLaren F1 at least twice for this reason. The insurance cost for fixing the vehicle was at least £910,000, or roughly $1.3 million. Despite the damage in 2015, Atkinson sold the car for $12.2 million. This indicated that he made a handsome profit of more than $7 million on the purchase price he paid for it in 1997. Clint Eastwood, GMC Typhoon, $29.9 thousand. Clint Eastwood is one of the many actors from vintage movies who have a reputation for collecting vehicles from their era. With an incredible 4 Oscars to his name, the Dirty Harry star has been around since the 1950s. Although that is great, his collection of vintage cars is not without its challenges. Among the 11 vintage vehicles he has acquired throughout his life, his 1992 GMC Typhoon is worthy of recognition. The vehicle can reach 60 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds, which belies its tough exterior. Although the exact date of Eastwood's purchase is unknown, the car's manufacturing cost was $29,970. Dolly Parton, 1997 Cadillac, $33,900. Cadillac holds a particular place in Dolly Parton's heart, even if she can afford any supercar she desires. Before her mother died, she purchased several Cadillac models for her, and she once admitted that she would never trade the last one she bought. Her fave was this specific silver 1997 Cadillac. Although Parton's purchase price is unknown, a 1997 Cadillac model started at $36,995. The 11-time Grammy winner never lost her love for music, as seen by the publication of her 47th solo studio album, A Holly Dolly Christmas, in 2020. Ron Howard, Fiat 500, $16,100. Ron Howard isn't renowned for being a car enthusiast, and if you ask him, he might say that he's content with a small car that can get him where he has to go. The Fiat 500, which the Apollo 13 star drove as a test drive for the Fiat brand in 2013, fits that description. It's unclear if Howard kept the car or how much he paid for it, but he said he liked it and thought it was a keeper. The automobile sold for $16,100, the manufacturer's MSRP. Bruce Springsteen, Range Rover, $93,300. Although vintage Chevrolets make up most of Bruce Springsteen's remarkable car collection, he once decided to acquire a Range Rover instead. According to reports, he purchased a 2009 Range Rover, which cost up to $93,325,000 that year. Springsteen was pleased with the car's acceleration, reaching 60 miles per hour in 7.1 seconds. The car's look fits the moniker The Boss, which he earned as a rock star due to his successful music career. Diane Keaton, Mercedes-Benz G-Class, $100,000. Despite being in the business since the 1960s, Diane Keaton can adapt to the times. In 2014, she surprised her followers by being seen driving a sporty G-Wagon. According to reports, the luxurious vehicle costs $100,000, which is hardly a burdensome amount for the Oscar-winning actress. The elegant vehicle matched Keaton's fashionable appearance, demonstrating that the Annie Hall actress is still going strong. This is also accurate in terms of her acting career. Steven Tyler, Hennessy Venom GT Spider, $1.1 million. From how he shouts throughout his performances to his quirky fashion sense, Steven Tyler has consistently been recognized for his individuality. Fans were more thrilled than shocked when the Aerosmith bandleader showed off his gorgeous Hennessy Venom GT Spider. When they found out that the car was one of just 12 ever made, their admiration only grew. According to reports, Tyler spent $1.1 million on the sleek whip in 2012. He must have gotten value for his money with a top speed of 256.6 miles per hour. In 2017, he sold it for $800,000 at auction and philanthropically donated it to worthy organizations. Barbra Streisand, Ford Explorer, price undisclosed. Despite having the sexiest wheels, Barbra Streisand is not necessarily an expert driver. When the Grammy winner appeared on James Corden's Carpool Karaoke in 2018, she admitted to failing her driving test thrice. This could be why she wasn't driving when seen in her Ford Explorer. Fortunately, she was eventually granted permission to drive after renewing her driver's license. At least we now know she is permitted to drive the car, even if neither the price nor the date of purchase have been disclosed. Walls, her 36th studio album, was released in 2018. Jon Voight, Lexus RX 350, $47,300. Being the father of a well-known actress like Angelina Jolie is one thing, but being a legendary actor who has won multiple Golden Globes and an Oscar is quite another. Driving a Lexus RX 350 is not a massive deal for a man of Jon Voight's position because he is both of these things. According to reports, Voight was seen driving the vehicle in 2013. The manufacturer's pricing of the RX models from that year may reach $47,350. In 2013, he was also cast as Mickey Donovan in the Ray Donovan television series. Pierce Brosnan, Aston Martin V12 Vanquish, $230,000. In 2002, Pierce Brosnan played James Bond, driving the iconic Aston Martin Vanquish on television. As it happens, he chose to keep the car for himself after falling in love with it. However, he had to use his celebrity to persuade Aston Martin to give him the whip, so it wasn't a simple process. At the time, it reportedly cost $230,000. It makes sense that he was upset when he lost the car to a fire in 2015 after making a great deal of effort to obtain it. It's probable that the Golden Globe nominee quickly moved on from the loss because of his crazy car collection. Lamar Jackson, Rolls-Royce Ghost, $400,000. The Baltimore Ravens standout quarterback, Lamar Jackson, approaches his automobile collection with the same grace he displays on the football field. One of his most valued assets is a 2022 Rolls-Royce Ghost, a high-end car that radiates sophistication and elegance. The Ghost represents elegance and performance thanks to its recognizable grille and finely designed cabin. This car costs over $400,000 and has a twin turbocharged V12 engine for a powerful yet smooth ride. For Lamar, the Rolls-Royce Ghost is more than a vehicle. It symbolizes his well-earned prosperity and sophisticated taste. Jamie Lee Curtis, Honda FCX Clarity, $21,600. In the 1980s, Jamie Lee Curtis became a scream queen thanks to horror films like Halloween and The Fog. In 2008, Curtis became the second person to own a Honda FCX Clarity, proving that fame always has benefits. The eco-friendly vehicle struck her as a supporter of green energy. She called it luxurious and easy to use. The zero-emission car costs $600 a month to lease for 3 years. That, when computed, would make the total cost at least $21,600. Sean Connery, BMW 635 CSI, $62,600. The renowned Sean Connery was the first to play James Bond on screen. He was happy with this unassuming BMW, even though he drove expensive Aston Martins and Bentleys while playing Bond. According to reports, he purchased the vehicle in the 1980s and drove it for about 10 years before storing it at his house in Spain. With a top speed of 140 miles per hour and 7.6 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour, the car was quick for its time. About 2 months after Connery's death, in January 2021, his cherished whip sold for £46,100 or $62,629 at auction. Warren Beatty, BMW Z8, $128,000. In the 1980s, Warren Beatty was a well-known playboy with the luxury and taste to accompany his bad boy persona. The Bonnie and Clyde star maintained his taste for excellent things even after he settled down and stopped acting up. That much was evident when he was seen driving a high-end BMW Z8. The Z8 could reach 60 miles per hour in 4.2 seconds and cost $128,000. The Oscar-winning director has been known to take sabbaticals from the business throughout the 2000s. He appeared in the short film Jimmy Returns, the 2018 Oscars, following an exceptionally lengthy hiatus that ended in 2016. John Goodman, Ford F-150, $29,400. People weren't shocked to find John Goodman driving a car as unassuming as the Ford F-150, possibly because he portrayed a family man in Roseanne. He may have received the model that year because he was spotted driving it in 2013. The 2013 Ford F-150 is a powerful vehicle that can reach 60 miles per hour in less than 10 seconds, despite its unassuming appearance. The car must have been relatively inexpensive for a Golden Globe winner like Goodman because the manufacturer's pricing may have reached $29,460. He was cast in the HBO comedy The Righteous Gemstones in 2019. Tina Turner, Lamborghini LM002, $262,000. Tina Turner can afford to spend as much money as she wants because she is the queen of rock and roll, as she has been dubbed. With her Lamborghini LM002, she indeed didn't hold back. The renowned R&B diva modified the vehicle to suit her preferences by swapping the original engine for a Mercedes-built V8. She also installed an entertainment system with several lights, mirrors, and a huge stereo. In 2008, the car was listed for $262,000. She appeared in the 2021 documentary, Tina, which chronicled her incredible life and achievements. Leonardo DiCaprio, $30,000 Toyota Prius. In addition to being regarded as one of the world's most gifted actors, Leonardo DiCaprio is also known for being an ardent environmentalist. Therefore, his 2006 sighting in a hybrid Toyota Prius wasn't all that shocking. Utilizing electric technology, the eco-friendly vehicle reduces carbon emissions by 50% while using less fuel. The initial cost of the 2006 Prius was $21,725, which was affordable for a wealthy celebrity like DiCaprio. Olivia Newton-John, Mercedes-Benz M-Class SUV, $48,900. Olivia Newton-John chose this Mercedes-Benz M-Class instead of the G-Wagon, the standard option for many celebrities regarding the Mercedes brand. The M-Class is just as comfortable as the G-Wagon, although less visually appealing. With an introductory price of $48,990 for the 2012 model, it's also significantly less expensive. In 2012, the four-time Grammy winner was seen driving the high-end vehicle. According to reports, she loved it so much that she used it to get to other shows that year. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Tesla Model 3, $35,000. United States Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a native of New York, has represented the 14th Congressional District of New York since 2019. She goes by her initials, AOC. In addition to owning a Tesla Model 3, the Democrat has previously accused the company of failing to file tax returns for American taxpayers. She bought her first electric car when the 2020 pandemic made commuting from New York to Washington, D.C. difficult. She travels 228 miles in D.C. on a single charge because her Tesla model has a long range. Her model retails for about $35,000, so she must have spent that much. Kamala Harris, Chevrolet Suburban, $76,000. Kamala Devi Harris, a politician and lawyer, was the first female vice president of the United States and is currently the highest-ranking female official in American history. It is only fitting that she travels in a sophisticated and reliable car for someone of her position and standing. As a result, the vice president is typically represented in the Chevrolet Suburban SUV, a popular vehicle with the U.S. government that attracted a lot of attention when she visited Singapore in 2021. With a starting price of roughly $76,000, the roomy SUV is one of Chevrolet's most extensive lines and can accommodate up to 9 passengers. Anna Kendrick, Cadillac Escalade, $76,400. Without question, Anna Kendrick, an American singer and actress, has had a tremendous career. After a successful Broadway career, she made her film debut in 2003 with Camp. She gained notoriety as the lead in Pitch Perfect. At age 34, she was nominated for an Academy Award, an Emmy, and a Tony. For various people, success might mean different things. For Kendrick, she can purchase luxury items like a $76,400 Cadillac Escalade. The car is powered by a V8 engine with 420 horsepower. Its comfortable cabin, which can accommodate up to 7 passengers, makes it ideal for days when Kendrick has guests. Hillary Clinton, Lincoln MKS, $42,000. Hillary Diane Clinton, the 67th Secretary of State and former First Lady of the United States, has done a lot for her nation. She lost in the Electoral College but won the popular vote when she ran against Donald Trump for president in 2016. She does, however, still provide political advice today. But disregard whatever Clinton continues to do. Since she always has someone else drive for her, she doesn't appear to do it anymore. She has been seen driving various cars for several years, including the opulent 2010 Lincoln MKS EcoBoost that she went to Trump's inauguration in 2017. Amber Heard, 1968 Ford Mustang, $102,000. After her ex-husband, Hollywood A-lister Johnny Depp, accused American actress Amber Heard of defamation, she made news in 2022. However, she was beaming years before the contentious trial next to her elegant 1968 Ford Mustang, a great collector's car, fetching roughly $102,000 in the U.S., if in good condition. Heard was exempt from paying for hers, though. Her most well-known role then was that of an underage girl in Pineapple Express. The television show Overhaulin' cast gave her the Mustang as a gift. It's not awful to get it for free. Jean Reno, Cadillac SRX crossover, $51.1 thousand. You'll probably be able to afford a high-end luxury whip if you've starred in movies like Godzilla and Mission Impossible. Introducing Jean Reno, a French actor born in Morocco who has demonstrated his driving prowess on screen numerous times. In real life, he prefers to drive a comfy vehicle, such as the Cadillac SRX crossover. In 2014, Reno was spotted driving the crossover in Paris. He could have spent up to $51,155 if he had received the whip that year. Despite his success in Hollywood, he has never forgotten his French heritage. In 2020, he starred in the French film I Love You, Coiffeur. James Cameron, 1991 Callaway twin-turbo Speedster convertible, $185.5 thousand. Given that James Cameron's films have made over $6 billion globally, he could afford the newest, most expensive whip. The director of Titanic owns an alien-looking Mercedes-Benz, likely sleeker than any luxury vehicle you've ever seen. However, he used to drive this 1991 Callaway Speedster around back in the day. In contrast to the $185,525 it was purportedly purchased for in 1991, the Speedster was listed for $300,000 in 2019. In 2019, Cameron released another Terminator film. Terminator Dark Fate was the title. Paul McCartney, 1964 Aston Martin DB5, $1.1 million. Band leader Paul McCartney is said to have purchased his Aston Martin DB5 during the 1960s when the Beatles were most successful. In addition to being featured in one of the original James Bond films, the DB5's star status was further enhanced by the fact that McCartney drove it. The whip was valued at £3,800, $2,789 in today's currency, in 1964, but it sold for an astounding $1.1 million at auction in 2017. William Shatner, 2002 Aston Martin DB7 Vantage, $140.4 thousand. Here on Earth, William Shatner, known as Captain Kirk, is happy to drive cars like anyone else. In Star Trek, he famously traveled aboard the starship known as the USS Enterprise. This 2002 Aston Martin DB7 was once his. The DB7 is quick. It can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5 seconds, but it isn't nearly as large as the USS Enterprise. Given that it was valued at $140,450 in 2002, the car's 2016 auction price of $55,000 seems like a loss. In 2021, Shatner secured a spaceflight aboard a rocket named Blue Origin, allowing him to travel to space for the first time. Hulk Hogan, 1994 Dodge Viper RT10, $54.5 thousand. Almost any Hulkamania enthusiast would be familiar with the red and yellow stripes that Hulk Hogan wore while he was at the top of his wrestling career. The legendary wrestler even customized his 1994 Dodge Viper with his signature colors. The Viper became the buzz of the town after that move, and in 2003, it was featured on the front cover of DuPont magazine. The vehicle's initial $54,500 starting price was justified by its 155 miles per hour maximum speed. The amount Hogan spent customizing it is unknown, but it was disclosed that in 2020, he sold it at auction for $75,000 to support a good cause. Prince Charles, Jaguar 1 Pace, $80,000. Who could be a better model for environmental responsibility than the British royal family? In 2018, Prince Charles purchased a Jaguar I-Pace, making him the first member of the royal family to drive an all-electric vehicle. According to reports, the high-end vehicle sold for up to $80,000 in the U.S. that year. The car's acceleration, reaching 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds, would have thrilled Prince Charles, who isn't known for being a road rager. He was seen wearing the whip multiple times, suggesting he liked it. Ted Nugent, 2015 Dodge Challenger Hellcat, $60.9 thousand. An exuberant rock musician like Ted Nugent would undoubtedly fit in with something as powerful as a Dodge Challenger. The Cat Scratch Fever performer, well known for his outrageous stage presence, lived in station wagons and tour buses for much of his career. He purchased all the fancy vehicles he desired, including the 2015 Hellcat, when he decided to settle down and get a real whip. Even though Nugent loved the automobile, he had to part with it when it sold for $87,500 at auction in March 2021. In 2015, the Hellcat started at $60,990, so the sale made a tidy profit. Ralph Lauren, vintage Bentley blower, price undisclosed. You most likely know his name, even if you haven't seen his face. One of the most well-known stylists in the world is Ralph Lauren. He can afford one of the most sought-after car collections in the world because he is a millionaire. Some of Lauren's historic vehicles are exhibited in museums as a testament to their fame. The vintage Bentley blower is a noteworthy vehicle in his collection. Made in 1929, the car is now regarded as a work of art, even though it wasn't good enough for its original racing purpose. Lauren has never disclosed the amount he paid for the car. Michael Caine, Rolls-Royce Silver Spirit, $98.5 thousand. When Michael Caine was a massive movie star in the 1980s, he chose to go around in this elegant Rolls-Royce Silver Spirit. However, the Oscar-winning actor passed his driving test at 50, so don't assume he's an auto aficionado. In 1984, Caine purchased the Silver Spirit, which might have cost up to $98,500. In 2018, it was put up for auction with a starting bid of $29,900. That might be a loss, but the Dark Knight star could earn several times that much from his roles. Cher, Porsche Boxster S, $51.6 thousand. Cher received $300,000 weekly from concert residencies at one point in her musical career. The initial price of a 2002 Porsche Boxer S was as high as $51,600. This implies that Cher could have purchased this expensive car 5 times more with just 1 week's salary. The Grammy-winning artist has had a pretty steady career. She was seen wearing the elegant whip in 2002, the year she embarked on the wildly popular Living Proof, the Farewell Tour. She has further demonstrated that she is still relevant by drawing large audiences to her residencies and tours. Bruce Willis, 1968 Shelby GT500 convertible, $161,000. Bruce Willis's interest in antique cars is unknown, but even famous people can keep secrets. He does have a good collection of vehicles, including some Shelby and Corvette models. One noteworthy example is his 1968 Shelby GT500 convertible. Willis spent time modifying the car to his liking, altering the look and powertrain. To restore the interior alone, he paid $28,000. Although the exact amount he spent customizing the automobile is unknown, it was disclosed that it sold for $161,000 at auction in 2008.
If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon